early leans for you, Simon. A couple stood out to me already.
Yeah, we were so hot last week on these early leans. Let's see if we
Yeah.
can keep it rolling, buddy. Last week I
Well,
had you
remind
on
people last
three.
week. Yeah, remind people what we did,
We
what
had
we said.
Rams -3, uh, Ravens -3, and somehow we had the Lions -3. That was before obviously Daniels got hurt in
Yeah.
that game. I like the dogs. I'm not gonna lie to you, Chad. I like the dogs this coming week, and there's some really gross ones that just jump out instantly that I'm gonna take. Um, what should we start with? Commanders, they're +2 right now on the road against that Miami team.
Well, don't forget that game is Madrid.
Okay, I'll still like the Commanders a little bit, but again, well, I've been very lucky. I bet Atlanta last week +6.5, and somehow that hit. I got very lucky on that one, even though I thought it was home. So yeah, I just that one jumped out for a gross dog that people are going to hate. Um, Jaguars are going to be +1.5 right now at home against this Chargers team. We'll see how they perform tonight, this Chargers team, but I feel like the Jags front would actually give that Chargers team a lot of problems. Um, I think you nailed it when you said Cleveland +8.5.
I know.
How can you not? And I know we're all bitter. We're all very bitter to this Denver Bronco team. Denver Broncos +4, +3.5 right now against the Chiefs at home.
Do you feel like the Cleveland number is going to move up? Because I mean, I don't know how it doesn't with Baltimore winning at Minnesota today and Cleveland losing to the Jets. It just feels to me like that number is going to get bigger.
It could, but it's going to be an amazing spot for this Cleveland team. So, I mean, it could be like Miami. I hope. Like I got a couple tens on Miami. That's how high that number got.
Yeah,
You could be right here. This could get pushed to 10 because no one, only pros are going to be taking Cleveland here. Like
totally.
I keep saying it, I know it's lazy, people hate it, but this Cleveland team is totally different, and it keeps proving to being out true on the road and at home. So that feels like a great spot, great matchup for them, just like it does with Denver. Yeah, next week these games are incredible. I don't want to give an opinion yet, but I kind of like Detroit against the Eagles. They're +1.5 on the road against this Eagles team. I'm not rushing to take it because the Eagles play really well. I think we could get a 2.5, 3.
Yeah.
Because again, it's golf on the road outdoors, playing against a really good defensive front. So that one intrigues me. Where it's like this right now is an Eagles number, but I could see us getting a 2.5, 3 on this Lions team, and I had to take a position on them.
Arizona, there are threes available. Arizona +3 at home against San Francisco. Obviously, we're talking about blowout versus blowout ish, but I'm not afraid to back Arizona again. I
No,
think this was a
that's probably
weird
the right read.
game. You know, this
I
was a
can't do it
weird
right now because
game.
I'm just so bitter, but that's probably the right read.
That was to me the big games. Unfortunately, that stood out were Cleveland +8.5 and Arizona. If you can find the three, it's 2.5 most places. But if you could find the
No, I
three,
like the dogs. Honestly, I like the dogs this upcoming week.
yeah,
There's some juicy numbers there.
so frustrating, so frustrating. Shame, 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 Simon. I'm going to go first. I'm going to go with the Cardinals' offensive line. Shame on you. When you've got an immobile veteran second string quarterback, the one thing you have to do is try to keep that immobile veteran second string quarterback upright, or at least give him more than zero point 0.7 seconds to get the ball out. So shame, shame, shame. Arizona Cardinals offensive line.
I'm gonna shame Todd Bowles and that Bucks defense. I can't get over the scheme, the decisions he made. They couldn't stop Henderson. They let him average 10.5 yards per carry.
That goes to scheme, and we love Todd Bowles, and we thought this would be a great coaching matchup, and Mike Vrabel just beat him. He outcoached him in every sense of the word. He's been doing it all season to everybody he's coached. All right, sharp or square, hero of the week. You know who my hero is, Simon?
Tell me.
Last week, you graciously made me the hero because I chose Atlanta.
Yeah.
I am making you one of the heroes of the week for getting us to choose the Miami Dolphins. Here's what I know. We've been doing this show long enough that when you start like talking about a game early in the week, like the Dolphins, and you keep bringing it up and keep bringing it up, and like you're not being adamant, but you're not walking away from it. And then all of a sudden you get closer to being adamant. I know enough to make that bet. So I made the bet. And I know enough to put the game in the contest. So we put it in the contest. And that's because you did your thing. And that was very impressive. The other guy who did his thing, who you said would do his thing, was Devon Achane, who I mentioned earlier had 174 yards rushing, multiple big gains, multiple touchdowns. It looked like he was playing against a Pee Wee League team out there. They just could not tackle him when they could catch him. They couldn't tackle him when they couldn't tackle him. They couldn't catch him. It was an impressive performance for sure.
I can't believe I'm going to give it to him, but I have to. Already gave him enough praise, but I got to go back to it. Just Stafford, hero of the week. I just can't get over what he did in this game. Like, we should have backdoored that game in a million different ways, and the guy just killed us. Wouldn't let us get back into it. 24 of 36, 280 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Just, he's out of this world right now. Got to be, if we wake up tomorrow, he's got to be the favorite for MVP. It's just incredible what he's doing at his age. Staying upright, staying healthy, and as an Eagles fan, definitely my biggest fear right now is this Rams team. We talked coming into the year, like I put them and the Eagles at the top just because of how well the Rams played last year, and everything's improved. Their defense is tougher. Their offense is just a machine right now. So my only hope is just like the Patriots, maybe they're peaking a little too early. So we'll see coming down the stretch.
Right now, Drake Maye is plus 287. As MVP, Matthew Stafford plus 300. So we'll see in the morning. Like, it could easily turn that way. It feels to me like everyone just wants it to be Drake Maye.
Yeah,
like
it's the new
narrative.
toy. I'm about it. He deserves it. I agree with that, I guess.
But look, if the Rams are the number 1 seed and Matthew Stafford leads the league in passing and leads the league in touchdown passes, and he set a record today. He set a personal record, got to 400 career passing touchdowns. So good for him, man. 37 years old, gray beard, freaking balling. Love it for him. He just looks like he's having so much fun. He's playing an entirely different game. They had a great Tom Brady, who I think is actually getting better. Not getting better. He's just good. He had a great comment about when you're that old, the number of times you've seen every defensive coordinator, the number of times you've seen every matchup, the number of times you've seen every scheme, you have an answer for it every single time. There's nothing that is confusing for him. You never saw him get rattled today. It was amazing.